I don't know if I want this to be one part or two parts. It'll probably be just one big video, so it'll take longer. But let's go ahead and dive into the final episode. Maiden, Mother, Crone. I love this, like, these multi-layered melody with the voices. Oh, that looks like Salem. Dude, between this scene, Namor, I'm sure there's other ones I can't think of right now. There's interesting birth scenes in the MCU. Oh, oh my gosh. A trigger warning, I guess, for miscarriages, baby death, but I think that's what they're implying here.
Please let him live. Please, my love. Please. Ah.
I don't even like kids, but you know, I feel for the mothers out there that have to go through this.
You are made from scratch.
Whoa. So is he Immaculate Conception? So basically she did what Wanda did. And because he's like an unnatural soul, maybe, that's why. What a beautiful scenery, too. That's my kind of scenery right there. Do they know who she is? Is that Jen? Do you know what would have been like a great Easter egg for this? If it, I mean, it wouldn't have made sense because of just the timeline, but if it was like 1607.
One can always rely on the kindness of witches.
Give me that! Thief! Return it!
Walk, walk, walk the road. I walk the windy road.
So he created the Witch's Road song? That's crazy.
And I cannot divine when she will return.
Can he not die either?
Trials. We
Wander?
So she literally created the legend of the Witch's Road. That's why she's known as the only survivor, because it never existed in the first place. But then again, how does Lorna know the song? Did Agatha teach it to her?
She's real. Follow me, my friend, to glory at the end.
Oh, okay. So the song was just passed down.
We can kill more witches tomorrow. I promise.
Neath the wooden shrine,
So
I stray not from
that it was Agatha and her son that created the song.
down the road.
I also love like this ethereal, like ambient score going on. She's come for him. So the Darkhold has nothing to do with the death of Nicholas. So I'm theory time. I'm presumably she sought out the Darkhold to get her son back, and then which also leads to, you know, Wanda using the Darkhold to find her sons as well. So that's my thinking, and I'm sure that's what they're implying with that.
Nikki?
Oh.
No, I won't
mean, she gave you 6 years. It's pretty...
With every bend.
Really makes you feel for
You are
Agatha,
the
you know,
end.
tragic villain and all.
Our mother loves you so.
I mean, look, I don't like kids. I don't want kids, but you know, I will never know what it's like to lose a kid. But you know, I've had friends who have lost kids.
The road offers a prize worth the peril.
That's where the legend
To
began.
witches who are brave and true. You know the ballad, and I'm in great need.
You inquire in good faith, so I shall respond in kind. Of course, I will show you the way to the road. Down, down, down the road, down the witch's road, down.
So she's been doing this for a long time. So did Agatha put the curse on the Wu family? Oh, we're in the 1800s. Oh, it's like the 1940s, 1930s maybe. So when it happened again, whoa, we came full circle. So when it actually worked, she was, yeah. She's like, oh shit. Seeing it from a different perspective, from her perspective, is interesting.
It was me.
Okay, so now we're back to the last episode. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I saw you die.
She looks like she does in the
Yeah,
comics.
and
Well,
now I'm
not
a ghost.
form, but
Can you
the
dig
white
it?
hair and all that. So she is dead.
I took a calculated risk. Still figuring out the rules.
Because in the comic,
here,
she's older and she has white hair, so that's kind of cool. And she has a new costume. I dig it.
The ballad was the trick. It was just a con to lure other gullible witches. The song doesn't mean anything. It never did.
Oh my god. If I made the road, like if I literally made the road, then that means that I...
Oh.
means that I killed them.
Jen. Okay, yeah. That's the scene from the trailer I was talking about.
If you want to be a witch, get used to this feeling.
I'll never get used to this.
We'll see.
Is it still there? It is.
Back to the scene of the crime.
She's ridiculous.
Phantasma. Wariad
She-
Relinque Tehran. Naliase Phantasma.
What are you doing?
I'm banishing you.
That's what I thought he was doing.
Get back! It's mine!
Why are you still here? Why won't you just die?
Because I can't face him!
Oh. So she's able to... Is that her totem?
Coven 2.
I do tend to kill my coven members.
So do I.
I wonder if that'll come back in Young Avengers. Because in a way, Young Avengers would be his coven in a way, right? Oh, so they are dead.
And another opens.
Well, it doesn't look like there is an end credit scene. So, I mean, honestly, I don't think it needs one personally. So, yeah, wow, what? I'm going to be honest, and this might be a hot take. I think this is the best finale of any Marvel show. And I think that partially because this was such a closed story in a way that unlike unlike WandaVision, right, where that was Wanda coming to grips with being the Scarlet Witch, that had world ramifications, multiverse ramifications. Same thing with the ending of Loki. Same, and then of course with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that was also more contained, but it set up the politics of the ground level world. That's something that we'll see in Brave New World and of course Thunderbolts. And of course, like, Miss Marvel also kind of set up the world a little bit, with the introduction of mutants and so on and so on. But with this finale, it's strange because it's like, would this episode be better earlier, right? And it feels like such a departure from the rest of the series that, in a way, like, we got more time with Agatha and her son. Like, that was the first half of the episode. And so it is interesting, like I mentioned earlier, that her son is the one that started the Ballad of the Witch's Road. And of course, with Agatha, they developed that song into what would become a legend, which would ultimately, lead other witches down the road, and then, to the present day. And the fact that we got confirmation that Billy basically created his own hex, his own pocket dimension. I mean, that's insane. That's crazy. That just shows you that he is probably not as powerful as the Scarlet Witch, but he's darn near close. I mean, even Agatha, with her power, when she was talking to Nicholas, she couldn't create food. She couldn't create life. I mean, essentially, it looks like that she created Nicholas in the same way that Wanda created Tommy and Billy, albeit maybe a little bit differently. But it does seem like it was an immaculate conception type of thing. And he could have been born around Christmas. No, probably not. But I think with the loss of, because we didn't see it, I think it's just implied, with earlier episodes, and then obviously in WandaVision, that because she lost her son, she sought out the Darkhold, and she was using it to try to find her son. And again, we didn't see it in the montage. I feel like that's something that they could have added, I think would have been really great. But again, that's just my theory. I wish we also would have got closer with Jen. Yes, we did see that she did survive and she did live and she has her powers and she literally flew off into the sunset. But we didn't really, like, get closure with her. I do appreciate that Billy did create basically like a memorial stone for Sharon and for Lilia and for Alice. So that does confirm that they are dead. And I think the showrunner Jack Schaefer said that they were going to be dead. So also Rio, besides the flashback, Rio never showed up in the second half of the episode. I mean, obviously she was mostly in the show because of Billy, averted the natural order of things by putting his soul into a dead body, so, and I guess with the death of Agatha, she got what she wanted, and I hope we will see her again, because I think now that death is there, because we have death, we have eternity, we have the Watcher, we've seen the Living Tribunal, all of these cosmic entities that exist in the greater MCU multiverse and universe. I think we'll be seeing more of them, especially when we get to like Doomsday and Secret Wars. Obviously, this sort of sets up. I mean, we could possibly get a Wiccan series. I doubt it though. I don't know where they could go from here besides Young Avengers. But even then, he doesn't know any of the other Avengers, so they can't have Young Avengers yet without Wiccan and Speed. I mean, I guess they could. It's just like the only setup was that we have Wiccan now. Wiccan exists, and now Tommy exists out there somewhere. We don't know where he's at. So the only way that I can see this being resolved is if they do a Wiccan series, and I'm pretty sure that they'll probably announce that here pretty soon. Actually might be folded into Vision Quest, the Vision spin-off series that they've been talking about for a long time, but I don't know. What a great show. I can't wait to watch it again. I'm gonna watch it all again. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. I mean, a lot of my questions were pretty much answered. It is, I think the final thing I'll talk about is Agatha and the state of Agatha. So in the comics, Agatha was an old woman, an old witch, like physically. She looked like Aunt May, like old school Aunt May. She was a nanny to Franklin and, oh my gosh, what is her name? Valerian? No, it's not Valerian. Valeria Richards. Obviously the Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman's kids. I think it is a wasted opportunity that she's dead, I'm going to be honest. And I saw one take of this. I don't remember where I saw it, but it was someone complaining about how, you know, like this show was supposed to be about, like, you know, women power, that type of thing, and, like, you know, women taking back their power, but half of them get killed. Well, most of them get killed for Billy's story, a man, right? And like, I get that, but I disagree. I think there's it's a lot. I don't think it's that deep. I just think, like, we knew Wiccan was going to be the end game. He had to have been introduced somehow. But I still like that Agatha is still around. And I think with that, her brooch that she has is probably her tether to the living world. And now that she, you know, she has a new purpose. And I think this gives them the opportunity to keep Agatha around, but she doesn't always have to be around. And it could be one of those things that maybe only Billy sees her. And so, like, there could be some great scenes down the road where maybe he's with the Young Avengers and he's talking to Agatha and they're like, who is he talking to? Because they can't see her. I think that would be a very interesting dynamic. It also would have been interesting, they wouldn't have done it just because of the budget of the show, but it would have been crazy if we got like a Doctor Strange like cameo, or even a Scarlet Witch cameo. I think what would have been a crazy end credit scene is if, like, in this would have only worked if they would have kept mentioning Wanda and like the Scarlet Witch. Like, I know obviously they mentioned her a few times, but I mean, if they kept bringing up the fact, oh, is she dead, you know, and then we could have, the end credit scene could have set up another Scarlet Witch era project where we cut to a city in Eastern Europe and she's there as like a begging woman or something like that, and then maybe a man approaches her. Maybe this man is Doctor Doom. I don't know. Because in the comics, when she disappears, it turns out she's not dead and her memory's gone and she's actually married to Doctor Doom. So will they do that? I don't know. Would be interesting. But yeah, guys, that'll be it for this video. Obviously, let me know what you thought about these two episodes down below. Let me know what you thought of the series overall. Let me know where you think Agatha and Wiccan will be going, where we could see them again. And above all, have a happy Halloween. Have a happy Samhain. Have a happy Dia de los Muertos. Just be safe. You know, be kind. My name is Jorvik, and I'll see you in the next one.